Good afternoon on this Monday, February 8th, 2016. The time is approaching 4 o'clock Eastern. Believe it or not, we are starting a new weather challenge city, Aberdeen, South Dakota. That's a bit far away from our previous city of New Orleans, so I'd expect definitely some differences in weather conditions. Start things off, just taking a look at the recent observations. So it looks like they reported a little bit of light snow last night, which didn't really accumulate too much at all, just a trace or so. And then during the day today, it looks like skies have cleared out for the most part, and some scattered clouds earlier on today. After a low of around 21 degrees. Let's get the meter, and we gotta make that further past 9 hours or so. That should take us to where we need to be. Okay, so 5 Celsius, negative 5 Celsius. Let's see. Yep, that is 21 degrees. Okay, so the low was 21 degrees last night with some light snow and cloud coverage, obviously. And very, very strong northerly flow. Look at the winds from yesterday. Boy, oh boy. I'm glad we did not have to forecast yesterday. And yet, winds persisted overnight, and they're still really howling. The modulator did not decouple whatsoever. So, yeah, winds have maintained themselves. A little bit of more sunshine this afternoon, so winds have been a little active, more sustained. Gusts 30 plus. Let me throw up the big water vapor loop. So you can see, let me animate this. So the pattern's undergoing some changes. You have nice cold air mass, Arctic air mass developing over Canada, and that is just that's able to just plunge southward. You can see this kind of dry area here. It's indicating some of that really, really dry air mass being brought southward. Still ways away to impact the area. I think for the most part that really, really cold stuff stays to the east, and for the most part only impacts New England. Let's zoom things out here. Take a look at the pattern. So yeah, we have this very nice jet streak right overhead, producing the very strong winds on the eastern side of the ridge that's currently in place. So they're kind of in the between stages of the cold troughiness and your warmer ridge. So we'll see how this jet stream moves through the period. It looks like it's moving a little bit towards the east, so maybe some moderating temperatures coming up here. Okay, so 33 degrees as of 2 o'clock, and we are in Central Standard Time. So same time zone as our previous city, so that's good to know. So let's take a look at the, okay, so satellite, it's visible, a lot of snow cover, so we gotta decipher between snow cover and cloud coverage. So yeah, definitely a few clouds in the area, although nothing too significant. For the infrared, a little easier to see. So you have this clouds streaming southward, but really nothing going on. The San Bernardino area. So let's take a look at see what we can expect for cloud coverage over the next 24 hours or so. Maybe some precipitation. Not northeast, north central. 18Z RPM. Okay. So it's definitely picking up some of the scattered cloud coverage and associated precipitation, definitely in the form of snow. Just trying to get an idea of where. Okay, so the city is around here, so we'll focus on that area. So here we are, 3Z, okay, 6Z. So this band of clouds and snow showers. Looks like it just persists over the western part of the state. So not too concerned with clouds or precipitation overnight tonight. It looks okay. So it looks like this persists the day tomorrow. Again, it really does not move anywhere. And then, okay, so and then it starts to slowly move eastward again. The synoptic, the overall pattern jet stream is moving eastward, so definitely expecting this to move eastward as well. Looking by the end of tomorrow, so this is probably associated with some warm advection taking place. So it looks like they might get some precipitation, probably in the form of snow. Towards the end of day 1, okay, day 2 start. Okay, so we'll focus on that just a little bit, it seems. But yeah, most of the tonight and tomorrow seems to be pretty fairly cloud-free. Here's the NAM. So yeah, a lot of RH in the column, precipitate water. So it does come up a little bit, but still, yeah, a lot of RH here values. So tonight into tomorrow. So what's a cloud? What isn't a cloud? Really, not much of those are clouds according to the model. Here's the GFS. So high relative humidity, however, not really producing much in the way of cloudiness. No real lift anytime soon. So until we get, perhaps in this area. But yeah, it looks like tomorrow's not too bad. So we can probably just, okay, let's take a look at the winds. So we are maintaining the northerly flow. So are we currently advecting any cold air? That's the question. Not really. Advection seems fairly neutral right now. And the air mass is slowly moderating as this ridge moves its way further east. So we're not really cold advecting at all. Looking towards us, closer to the surface. These less, okay, so snowpack, no snowpack, and then there's snowpack up here. So naturally it's going to be cooler up here. So there's some low-level cold advection that's going to occur tonight, and then during the day tomorrow. As we maintain this northerly flow, which is going to be a lot weaker than today. Okay, so let's compare the temperature profile. So it looks like some cooling is to be had with the low-level cold advection, at least at the surface. This is much different than New Orleans. If you have a full day of sun in New Orleans, you get a warm up at the surface. A full day of sunshine at Aberdeen does not necessarily translate into warming, as the advection is definitely a lot stronger. So yeah, let me go back to here and let's zoom in. So pretty good temperature contrast. South Dakota, North Dakota, and then here's Canada. So you have 30s, 20s, and teens as you go north. So this line right here, pretty much, so the flow is kind of, if you draw a streamline, it kind of go in this direction. So you're definitely tapping some colder air. I'm sure this stuff will cool off further tonight. So 21 last night, and they're currently 33. Not really concerned with cloud coverage, mostly just the cold advection. So we'll have to take a look at what the 2-meter output temperature is. As for daytime high tomorrow, again, looks cooler, the air mass. The boundary layer isn't as steep. It's not really mixing well, and you're low-level cold advecting. So that'll really inhibit some of the warming that takes place tomorrow despite sunshine. And here's the GFS, similar story. Definitely a bit cooler tomorrow. See, it's pretty good radiational cooling. Yeah, it looks like the boundary layer decouples tonight. And under the relatively clear skies, so yeah, tonight's looking a bit cooler than last night potentially. So here we go. Ho 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 ho! Finally, we can forecast some cold temperatures. So the NAM has them getting down to 8 degrees Fahrenheit. Fantastic. GFS, 7 degrees. And notice how that hits pretty instantaneously. The hourly temperature is only around 10, so yeah. So you're going to be aiming pretty low for the temperature overnight tonight. And then it'll be interesting to see how things rebound tomorrow, given the low-level cold advection. And just poor and less mixing than today. Comparing the models, 22 on the NAM versus 18 on the GFS. Potential cloud coverage differences. Let's compare the winds. Just went to the same generally, although it doesn't really decouple tonight, yet it has very cold readings. A small diurnal range. Okay, I guess we'll have to consult the USL. It's a bit tricky to tell why the GFS is just so much colder than the NAM for the high tomorrow. Yeah, it's definitely colder in the low levels. Interesting. All right. So let's refocus our attention to the potential precipitation towards the end of the period. Not really seeing a whole lot of good RH values, so let's take a look at a forecast sounding, just to get a better view of things. So 20Z, name really doesn't have anything, and we'll just click the X. It's pretty dry around 9:25 or so. So not really okay. So I'm not really concerned with precip right now for day 1, maybe day 2, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So yeah, NAM's definitely showing some persisting light snow to the day 2. But this is the video for day 1, so no longer concerned with that. All right, here's the USL for comparison, and we don't have a USL. Oh no. Let's cheat. Hopefully this has it. If it doesn't, then we're out of luck. Okay. Oh no. Oh, actually, okay. I think we're good. Okay, so this is the USL output. Unfortunately, I can't see too deep within the model. I just have these values here. So I can compare. So it looks like the USL is a little warmer in the low tonight. Active wind. The high 23. So that's warmer than the GFS. The GFS is pretty cold. I don't know. The MOS itself is pretty cold, but the actual the model itself is a bit warmer. Just comparing today, wow, a lot warmer than expected. There's no snowpack. The models might be fingering in some sort of snowpack. Okay, so this is important. Just comparing. What did the USL have yesterday for a high? It had 27, 28. That's terrible. And they're currently at 33. So the models, all in all, were too cold yesterday. And I'm thinking a very similar pattern will persist into tomorrow. So I think we'll see similar cold biases on both models, on all models. All models seem to be way too cold. So yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, much higher than these values. Crazy. So that's good. That's something different we can do. But how much warmer? Well, how much colder than today? Let's figure that out. On the order of, let's see, 3 degrees Celsius. The diurnal layers get 3 degrees Celsius colder. So that translates to about 5 or 6 degrees Fahrenheit cooler. So take off 6 or so. So that lands you in the upper 20s, 27, 28. Which is definitely warmer than what these models are indicating. Again, similar sky conditions. Winds a little lighter, so less cold advection. Although it'll be much colder to start things off, but with all that sunshine, they should be able to warm up. And again, very little snowpack. There's only a trace. Let me throw the climate report up from yesterday just quickly. I looked at it this morning, and it only showed a trace of snow. So here we go. Snow depth, trace. That's it. That's all you gotta get. Okay, so that's my take. I think all models for the high tomorrow are too warm. For the low, Jeez. Let's go back here. Low of 12, so that's warmer than the NAM GFS. It's tricky because they're going to be a combination of radiation cooling and some low-level cold advection. Again, there's no snowpack, so the models might have a cold bias. So it's going to be hard to compare to last night. They had clouds and a little bit of snow last night. Let's see. 12, they had 20. They had 21. So the USL was pretty good last night, so I might stay close to the USL for the low. Yeah, warmer than the high. Okay. I think that'll conclude things here. Good luck on your first forecast.